Hola, bienvenidos a Tina's Spanish Cafe, where we combine good conversation, a cafecito, and Spanish lessons. Cafecito is my favorite time of the day. And to me, every cafecito cup has a special meaning. This one that I'm using today was given to me by my cousin Elizabeth from the Dominican Republic. It features a province and a town in the Dominican Republic. And every time that I drink from this cup, I think of Elizabeth. Gracias, Elizabeth. Our lesson for today is about definite and indefinite articles. But before we go into that, remember that in Spanish, all nouns are either masculine or feminine. Why? Because generally, nouns that end in O are masculine, nouns that end in A are feminine. I said generally. That means that there are exceptions. Notably, we have problema. Problema is a masculine word, even though it ends in A. So we say el problema. Día, day. That's also a masculine word. We say el día. Mano. Mano is a feminine word. And we say la mano, even though it ends in O. Let's go over to the board. We're going to start first with our definite articles. Let me grab my marker. The definite articles in Spanish are equivalent to the, T-H-E, in English. In English, it's a lot easier because you say the book, the house. You don't have to think about the noun being masculine or feminine. In Spanish, that's not the case. If the noun is masculine, like libro, then the definite article, needs to be masculine. El libro, el escritorio, the desk. If the noun is feminine, like casa and escuela, then the definite article needs to also be feminine. So we say la casa, la escuela. That's not where it ends, unfortunately. If the noun is plural and masculine, then you need to say los libros. The plural of el in Spanish is los. I had a little elementary student say to me, but profesora, that would be like if you said in English, das books. And I said, yes. In Spanish, you do say the equivalent of those books because the definite article, needs to agree with the noun. So you say los libros, because libros here is plural and masculine. You say los escritorios, because escritorios is both masculine and plural. If it's feminine, la becomes las. Las casas. In this case, casa is feminine and also plural. So las casas, las escuelas. Escuelas is both feminine and plural. So the article here, the definite article, needs to follow suit. Should we go to the indefinite articles? In English, the indefinite articles are a or an. When you say a school, a book, you're not talking about a specific, a definite book or a definite school, but really any school, any book. So you say a. Also in English we say an, as when we say an apple, an ant, an argument. In Spanish, let's move over here. Move my mecedora. Indefinite articles in Spanish, un and una. Libro, we said was masculine, so the un also needs to be masculine. Un libro, un escritorio. Remember we said el libro, el escritorio. Following the same nouns, un libro, un escritorio. La casa, la escuela. Una casa, una escuela. A house, a school. The indefinite articles can also be or also change to plural. So if you're saying some books, you say unos libros. Yo necesito unos libros para la clase. I need some books for class. Unos libros, unos escritorios. Necesito unos escritorios para mi clase. If the noun is feminine, also has to be feminine, the indefinite article. Unas. Unas casas, unas escuelas. I saw some houses. Yo vi unas casas on my way home. Unas escuelas. I went past some schools. Pasé por unas escuelas. Now, as I said at the beginning, most nouns that end in O are said to be masculine. Most nouns that end in A are feminine. Some of the exceptions are nouns that end in the Spanish E. A lot of those nouns are feminine, like when you say la calle, the street, la clase, la leche, la base, la carne. So my suggestion is that, and this is what I did, for instance, in French, you memorize those. You need to memorize each noun with its appropriate definite article. That way you know that anytime you say la leche or la calle or la base, that is a feminine noun. So for further, more in-depth instructions on this lesson, as well as other lessons, please, I invite you to visit my website at www.tinaspanishcafe.com www.tinaspanishcafe.com. Hasta la próxima.